Hello, peeps from the internet. We are back again. I still haven't put up the last game, but I did stick up the game before that one sometime in the week before. Um, so, what has happened, I will leave up to Libby to explain because she is the all-seeing and all-knowing wise one.
Well, we're at the 7 sawmill, and we're heading up to the 4th floor with Vikram, a cultist who has been convinced that Foxglove is still alive, and we're there for him to make a payment. When we get up to the 4th floor, we run into Kenny and Bluey, 2 more cultists, and Vikram tells them Foxglove's here to make the payment, and Kenny looks at Bluey and wonders if Vikram is touched. Doesn't he know Foxglove is dead? And wants to know who are these imposters. And Thaven posturing as Foxglove says, "I beg your pardon, I am not an imposter." And Kenny apologizes and says he better go get the ledger. He tells Vikram to look after Foxglove and his unknown companions while he goes to get it. Sauron follows Kenny and hears him talking to some people, telling them Vikram is touched and there are intruders upstairs. So he heads back up and calls Arvin over and tells him Kenny is getting the others. Hearing this, Maywin fires 3 arrows at Bluey and kills him. Arvin shoots at Kenny at the bottom of the stairs and wounds him, and then moves to the top of the stairs and demands they lay down their weapons. Thaven tries to convince Vikram that everything is all right, although we're all trying to slaughter his friends. Vikram is unsure and beginning to wonder if Thaven is really Foxglove. He was at the meeting when it was said that he had been turned into a ghoul. Dolores, another cultist, fires her crossbow at Arvin but misses, and Kenny goes for his crossbow, cursing since he didn't do well in crossbow class. Maywin forward and fires 4 arrows, hitting and wounding Kyle, another cultist. Sauron taps Arvin on the shoulder and says, "Good job. I'll be here to keep you hale and hearty if you should require it." Arvin attacks Cal and kills him, saying, "Sorry, Cal, I told you to put your weapon down," as he pulls his sword out of his chest. Guy fires his crossbow and misses. Remy follows suit, misses so badly his crossbow line snaps. Thaven reassures Vikram and then pulls out his wand of shocking grasp and tries to electrocute him. Tries being the operative word. Thaven tells him, "Don't you worry, Vikram." Well, Vikram is a bit hostile and steps back away from the fearsome Maywin. He attacks Thaven and wounds him. Dolores considers running up to attack Arvin but misses. Kenny says, "For Christ's sake, woman, get out of the way," as he shoots at Arvin for little damage. Maywin fires another 4 shots and 3 hit and heavily wound Dolores. Darwin says, "Vikram, I thought we were friends. I don't understand this. Why have you turned on me?" as he slices at him with his scimitar, but misses. Vikram looks surprised and hurt. "What are you doing? Who am I going to drink with?" Arvin attacks and misses Dolores in a spectacular fashion. Guy fires at Arvin and the bullets ricochet off his armor. Remy steps up and waits his turn. Suddenly, 3 spheres of glowing red energy appear. Thaven attacks and misses. Vikram steps back and attacks and misses. Dolores decides to wipe the smug smile off Arvin's face and wounds him just a nick. The next time, and it's right in the throat, she says. Kenny is really annoyed at Dolores, but shoots anyway and misses. Maywin fires a shot at Dolores and kills her, and 2 shots at Vikram and kills him. Darwin wishes Vikram well for his trip in the afterlife and prays for his soul. Arvin casts protection from evil on himself. Guy shoots at Arvin and misses horribly because Remy pushes past to attack Arvin and misses horribly as well. 3 glowing spheres disappear and were replaced by 3 fleshy figures. Devil lemurs. They strike out at Maywin with claws and miss. Strikes out at Sauron and misses, and at Thaven and misses. Suddenly, Justice Ironbriar appears and attacks Sauron and stabs him. Thaven tries to shock him with his wand, trying again being the operative word.
I think there's biased reporting going on.
Maven shoots 4 arrows at Justice and wounds him with only one. This attracted an attack on Maven, but the devil missed. Sauron steps up beside Justice and says, "We're here with Lord Foxglove. Just who do you think you are?" Then he attacks and misses. Harvin heavily wounds Remy. Devil 1 attacks Maywin and wounds her further. Devil 2 moves up to Arvin, attacks and misses, and the third devil attacks Thaven, giving him a good scratch. Just calls upon his god to channel negative energy for damage on Maywin, Thaven, and Sauron. Thaven directs his wind toward Devil 3, and it dissipates in a foul stench of brimstone. Thaven heavily wounds Devil 2. Sauron steps away and channels positive energy, excluding Justice and the 2 devils. We all feel better. But Arvin is feeling pretty damn good. Arvin contemptuously turns his back on me and attacks another devil with a power attack. He kills it. Fires and breaks his crossbow. Says, "Don't you dare run into that combat." Remy attacks and misses. Devil 1 steps up and attacks Arvin but misses, and Justice steps up and channels more negative energy, which gets everyone. His channeling, though, does little damage. Thaven wounds Justice with his wand. Maybe heavily wounds Devil 1 with 4 arrows. Sauron steps back and says to Justice, "Those with faith in Sauron Ray shall all feel the adoring of love of a," and channels positive energy on it. Arvin attacks and kills Devil 1. He realizes his chances of ever getting into hand-to-hand combat are pretty low, so he fires his crossbow again and misses. Justice Ironbar is frustrated. He reaches out to touch Sauron, and he finds himself dazed. Thaven steps up behind him and jams his wand into his back, but does little damage. Justice takes the opportunity to stab at Thaven, slightly hurting him. Maywin fires 4 arrows at Justice and completely misses, and the arrows ping off the walls and ceiling. Arvin attacks Remy and says to Kenny, "Here comes your chance," but he misses. Okay, crestfallen. Justice walks up to Arvin and strikes down, doing a little damage. Thaven sings a song for us all to inspire courage. Fires 4 arrows, 2 doing heavy damage to Justice Ironbar. Prior. Sauron targets Justice with a searing light, hoping for a harsh sunburn. Alas, he's still a pale fellow. Arvin makes Justice the smite evil target of the day, giving him a chance to flee, and hits him once, causing further heavy damage. Kenny looks defeated but keeps firing, to no avail. Guy says, "Just get out of the way." Justice Ironbar looks a little upset since he has large wounds in his abdomen. He decides to stab Arvin and does a bit more damage, but not much. Thaven walks up and reminds him of his electrifying personality, which didn't go very well. Maywin fires 4 more and hits with only 1. Sauron misses Justice. Arvin misses Justice. Kitty doesn't even look this time and fires and just misses him. Guy and Remy experience much of the same old, same old. Ironbar attacks Arvin twice and hits once. Thaven shocks him again, but misses. Thaven fires 4 more arrows at Justice. The final arrow fails and he dies with curses on his lips. Sauron once again assures Arvin he has his back. Arvin tells them to just give up and go home. Kitty and Guy drop weapons and run away. Remy holds his position and misses again when he strikes out at Arvin. Thaven covers the stairs in grease. Maywin fires and kills Remy. An uncanny voice tells us that Kenny and Guy make it away safe and spend time worshiping Sirenway for a day. Justice's corpse has a magic stick, a chain shoe, a magic shield, a short sword, mask, and a key. Sauron heads over to the closest door and finds a door.
Dum dum dum. Shocking, I know.
Sauron uses Justice key and opens the door. It's macabrely decorated. There's a trap door in the ceiling. They enter into the room and search the desk to find nothing but tools. The footlocker contains books, papers, maps, and a painting. Near the bottom, several books are found: a wizard spell book, old filigreed tomb containing illustrations and entitled Serpent's Tame, Tales of the Eldest, a ledger and a journal for justice, but everything is in cipher, which is unbreakable by us all. Martin goes up through the trap door and finds a timber cabinet. Inside are 3 strangely silent ravens. Bird seeds nearby. Maven feeds them while a note is attached to the raven saying, "Ironbar is dead. Send help. Love, Kenny." And then it's released. Maven and Solomon track the bird and see that it flies to the Shadow Clock building on Underbridge. While Fabian is taping kick me signs to Marvin's back. And there we are.
Okay. Pardon me. So what we have is the group, I believe, prepared to head to what's called the Shadow Clock. Now, I will show Matt a picture of the Shadow Clock because he wasn't here when I showed everybody else. So that picture there is the Shadow Clock, though I will point out it's not to scale because this door in front of it, I'm assuming, is probably about, at best, 10 feet tall. And the tower itself is meant to be 180 feet. So imagine it just a lot taller. However, I will also point out, just before we sort of move further into the game, you will probably have noticed that everything looks different. This is for the internet people. That looks quite a bit different to what it did last game, and that's because we're finally using the official Rise of the Runelord package that Fantasy Grounds offers. So yeah, a lot more pictures and stuff like that are now available, and it saves me having to spend hours and hours and hours on end. Also, one of the good things about it, I actually thought when I got it, was I was going to have to do a whole heap of transferring of characters and stuff like that into a new campaign, etc. And it doesn't work like that at all. Basically what you do is you go into your library, you find your modules, and then you just activate them inside the campaign. And that means you get to keep all of the notes, all of the characters as they were. So if you're like me and you're going, nope, I'm going to get it, going to do all the work myself, and then eventually sort of pull your finger out and go, no, that's too much work, and you do it in second or third module or something like that, it's all good. You can still just transfer stuff across. Okay, so the group heads down to the Shadow Clock, which is in the lower area. I assume they do, and quite possibly being extremely nice, assuming that they do, but I assume that they do a little bit of research. But this is the detail that they've had. Most of the players will already know this apart from Matt, because we were waiting on Matt, so I read it to them, but now I'll read it just for you, Matt. Hidden beneath the grimy blackened Goliath that is the Ire Span. And the Ire Span's the big ruined bridge that goes across the Bay of Varisia. The lesser works of men huddle like weeds at the foot of the great trees that are the ruined bridge's stone supports. Near one of these supports leans a decrepit and sagging clock tower, a dying structure of weathered stone, wood, and rusted metal supports that teeters to an unlikely height of over 180 feet. High above, near the tower's roof and barely 5 feet from the span stone belly, a tangle of scaffolding sits near a section of the structure that has fallen away. The tower's clock face is frozen in time defiantly and falsely proclaiming it to be 3 o'clock, although that's not always falsely proclaiming it, because when it's 3 o'clock it's right. While above a stone statue... Right, twice a day, while above a stone statue of an angel, her wings crumbling, leans precariously, almost as if she were preparing a final leap from her decaying perch. Shadow Clock is a minor marvel of engineering. The locals in the region half expect it to collapse any day, and several underbridge taverns have long-standing betting pools on how many structures the clock tower will crush and how many people it will kill when it finally falls. The tower itself is made mostly of limestone with a tangled skeleton of wooden supports buttressed here and there by iron bands. The stone walls are etched by wind, rain and grime. So there you go. So the the group head off down there because that's where the little bird or the raven flew to when they released it from its from the tower at the Seven Sawmill, which was an exceptionally impressive ability to see it, because if you look at the Magnamar map, it's like bloody ages away.
Bloody elves.
But
Elves on their long side.
elves and their long side, exactly right. So you as a group approach, and I'm going to put you
It's
guys
Oh, too.
onto the
They're
map.
taking the ravens to Shadow Clock.
Good effort, Mr.
Thank you.
Guider. Good effort.
I have to remember a couple of new things that I've picked up here and there, but let's bring the characters in to my new map. Siron. Raven. Harvin. And Maelin. Okay. Oops, zoom out a tiny little bit there. And put you in a nice grouping where a fireball will easily take you all out. And then share this map. Share sheet. It's a big map.
It is,
So,
look at that. I've got 2 monitors working again, so I'm happy.
huzzah. Okay, so you stand at the foot of the shadow clock. It spears high above you because you sort of look up at it and you realise how precariously it's leaning. It's the leaning tower of Magnamar, apparently.
Of course it is. Abilities.
So what are you doing?
Well, were we under some sort of time pressure?
No, if you wanted to have had a rest or something like that, that's fine.
Yeah, I would like to have a rest.
Okay. Well, assume that you spent a couple of days taking a rest.
So we all heal up and we get all our spells back?
Yep. Sounds good to me. I'll do an overnight rest on the old menu. Rest overnight. And I'll even clear Arvin's extra 1 wound. There we go. So assume that you've taken a couple of days. If you want to do anything in those couple of days, that's fine.
Yes, I will collect information using my immaculately knowledgeable skills about the history of this clock, seeing I've got knowledge history,
Okay.
which is moderately okay.
Yeah, nobody really remembers why it was built or how long ago it was built. Just that they're fairly impressed with the fact that it's still standing. Asking around it, there's sort of rumours that the place is haunted. The there's something living there. Other people say that there's something living there, something much larger than human is up there, and yeah.
So nothing officially lives there?
No, no. In fact, where are we? Yeah, I need to find another bit of information. That's probably not. I do remember reading somewhere about how bits and pieces have fallen off it, so the city have banned it as a residence. Oh, it'll be in there. Hang on a tick. No, completely wrong. Continue with your
Yes, my was to go and visit those lovely people that I'd made donations to before we went to our last locale, and see if, and just make general inquiries of them as to whether they've seen comings and goings from the shadow clock at all.
Okay. They tell you the same thing as well, that there's some sort of dark figure that seems to lurk around the top, but nobody sort of comes and goes from the building itself.
Okay, and I ask if they have seen the flocks of ravens visit there frequently or at all.
Oh, birds fly in and out, but they don't really pay much attention when you ask.
Sure.
Yeah, there are birds that fly up there, but you know, nothing that's out of the ordinary. They're just birds. Birds like high things.
So this dark figure, they say, some people claim to say lives there.
Mm-hmm.
What do people say about it? What is it,
Just a,
necromancer, or is it a spirit, ghost?
well, nobody knows. It's
Nobody
just like this big thing that's seen atop the tower every now and again.
On the outside or out on that balcony that seems to be falling down?
Some people say sometimes they see a shadow crawling down the outside of the building. Some say that it's on the sort of, what's that stuff called? The lattice work on the outside.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that. Oh, good. 40. Okay, well, obviously we're really on the ball tonight.
Yes, that's right. I think we're just going to have to make haste and enter.
Yes, that's the best thing. If we're not hitting something, then we're wasting time.
Okay.
Well, we don't need to be hitting anything, but we certainly need to be going there and having a decent look around ourselves.
Right, as a newfound gift to my fellow competitors, I will cast
Fly?
4 charges of false life from a false life wand on everybody,
Wow.
because that lasts an hour per level of the wand. So did everybody get temporary hit points then? Except me, of course, who didn't get any.
You should roll it separately for each of them because it might be different.
Oh, right. Well, can you delete them all then?
Yeah.
I just thought it would be easier. Oh, got it.
Target them individually. I know, I'm a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible. False life. There we go. And then turn that off. Turn that on.
Somebody might get a really crappy roll, and that'd amuse me. Just like Fabian just did, maybe. No, who was that for? Arvin.
Oh yeah, give yourself the biggest hit.
He doesn't
4 charges.
doesn't like the fellows of Saren Ray apparently.
Sarah and Ray will look after her own. It's all right.
That's what the cleric keeps saying, but
Still here.
She hasn't let us down yet.
That's right.
And I shall lead the party to the doorway and inspect it, examine it, percepticize it.
oh my god, I haven't locked the figures down yet, have I?
Ha!
Ah,
That'll teach you. Oh,
Have-
my percepticizing skill didn't work.
No,
Oh.
that was quick.
I'm pressing the wrong button. Wow, look at that. Function key.
Siren runs away.
Oh,
Okay,
you left heroism on me. Can you strip that?
sure can.
don't have to ask that twice.
It's
Strip
officially
him of heroics.
the only hero in this party.
Okay. Right, so Thaven and Arvin move up, Siron runs away. Maywin moves up behind Thaven. Ah, yes, of course.
Keeping a lookout.
Uh,
No faith.
and Thaven places his ear against the door, but hears nothing.
Is there a handle or a lock?
Yeah, no, there's a handle on it.
But no lock.
Don't believe so.
Okay, well, I shall try the door handle and see if it opens one way or the other.
Okay, you twist the handle to the left and to the right and find that it loosens whatever mechanism is required to be loosened, and the door swings with a loud creak inward.
Oh, spooky.
I suppose now is the time that I should start uncovering stuff, shouldn't I?
And inside was a giant blue square.
Perhaps.
I'm not sure what that noise was.
Oh, he's found his goblin voice thingy again. Don't encourage him. Okay, the air inside the clock tower is dusty and dry. Swathes of rubble and mounds of plaster lie in heaps on the stone floor, particularly in the southwestern corner. A single wagon sits to the northeast, and 6 partially collapsed offices line the northern and eastern walls, their doors hanging askew and their ceilings caved in. Oh, okay, so I can reveal those as well. Now where did it go? A wooden staircase winds up into the cavernous space above. High overhead, 4 immense bronze bells hang from sturdy crossbeams.
So right through the entire structure to the rooftop we can see.
Yes.
Cool.
Well, to the bell tower anyway.
Yeah, to the bell tower. Cool. Those bells are going to fall on someone. You just know it.
Oh, in which case, I'll actually uncover all of that side of the map as well.
And
This
it's
is
probably going to be the person who goes right into the middle of the room.
right. So I'm just going to uncover.
It says Thaven the Paranoid.
Yep.
Awesome.
4 immense bronze bells hang from sturdy crossbeams. None of these flimsy crossbeams, sturdy crossbeams.
That's right. So I am slowly, because this is quite a big map, clearing the bits and pieces of the different levels that you'll go up to the right, until we see the bells. The bells.
I can hear the bells. They
Okay.
ring, but for who do they ring?
For whom the bell tolls. Righto, so I've uncovered all the different layers, layers and levels you have to go up to reach the bells.
So which is the first level, the top one or the bottom one?
The top one.
Top one. Okay.
So you basically go from this one to the right, and then you go down, 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 even though you're going up, up, up.
Okie dokie. I checked this first room, the doorway.
Okay, well, all of those, the doorways are askew and open, and you can see inside them. They used to be sort of like offices of a sort or something. However, they are have collapsed roofs, etc.
Well, I give them a quick scan as I go past, just to make sure there's no obvious evil lemurs inside.
Okay, well, we'll hold there and find out what other people are doing whilst you go running up that edge. So what's everybody else doing while Thaven's running up and around the areas, which is not running because there's a whole heap of sort of like rubble and stuff like that on the ground, so it makes it
I'll go and look
reasonably
at these
difficult.
stairs.
Yeah, I'm positioning myself to shoot. Is those going upstairs or down?
Up.
Up. Yeah, I'm positioning myself to shoot up the stairs. Okay.
How are those elven eagle eyes? How are they seeing anything way up and amongst the bells?
Is there anything tapping?
Tap, tap, tapping. I don't understand.
Right.
The raven's tapping on my windowsill.
Oh, okay. Bit of Edgar Allan Poe, eh?
Yes.
Right, okay. So Arvin's moved over to the staircase, and what's Arvin doing over there?
Oh, well, I'm looking at the stairs. You said they were made of wood.
Yeah.
Are they in any sort of state of repair? Are they going to allow us up?
I need that. No, I don't need that one.
Of course they will. We're heroes and we must progress to the top, so they must support us.
What kind of light do we have in here?
Okay, hang on a tick. The inner wall of this vast space is traversed by... You don't have great light at all, by the way, but there are holes in the wall. I will answer that question. There are holes in the wall that sort of allow in a bit of light, but it's very gloomy and sort of, yeah, not the greatest.
Sorry, somebody remind me what time of day we entered the shadow clock?
Whatever time of day you wanted to.
We should have decided that.
Okay, do we want to do it after breakfast, after second breakfasts, after 11s, after first lunch?
I think in the morning will be best.
Ooh.
Okay, well that answers my question about whether or not we can, whether there's a point of light that we can see a light source.
I glow with inner beauty.
Oh boy.
Okay. The stair itself, the inner wall of this vast space is traversed by a winding wooden stairway supported by an intricate network of wooden beams, but lacking at many stretches a handrail or other enclosure in certain places. 2 or even 3 stairs at a time are partially missing or gone altogether. Okay, so while you're peering up there, and while Maywin's sort of making out the wind of the stairs, and Sauron slips into the doorway, Thaven goes to look at the 2 northern areas and is surprised.
Huzzah! Found it! Minefield, step on it.
We shall refer to you as the Polish. Never mind.
Okay.
Ooh, it's a scarecrow.
As a large fleshy creature with a cloak stands up and attacks him. I need to roll initiative for him.
That's quite hostile.
That is quite hostile. Right. Now, I will show you a picture of said creature because I noticed that they had a picture of said creature in the images and maps.
Or old Quasimodo.
It's quite a bit larger than Quasimodo.
Really?
Yeah, so notice he takes up about 10 foot wide.
Mm.
So
Air crew.
yeah, is that what I'm after? That's what I'm after.
Ooh, got dangly heads.
He does indeed.
Wow, that helps me assess his alignment accurately.
Although in the first sort of time that you get a glance at him, you think that those heads are actually sort of like large, swollen, or large pumpkins, but then sort of like as you glance at it, as he rears up towards you and lets out an ungodly roar, you note that they're actually, where is it? I've got a lovely description in here of it. A trio of what appear to be carved pumpkins hang from cords on the scarecrow's belt, but a second glance reveals these to be horribly bloated human heads with a sick yellow tinge. I love that description. Now, this misshapen monster is
Eyes closed to the dead eyes open.
his thing from Child Nightmares. A jumbled mass of body parts incorporating as much cow and horse as man. The considerable girth is topped by an idiot head that leers and drools like a grotesque baby. The face is cruelly stitched, the lips sewn partially together. It's dressed in straw and dung-covered rags that give off a sickly, sweet smell of decay. He's lovely, isn't he? Righto, so we'll say that you got to about there at that door, and he targets you. So bring up the combat tracker, bring up the target Faven, have a look at his attacks. And he lashes out with
It hurts.
his scythe. Striking you.
Oh, uncouth.
Wow. Doing
Yes,
it,
all my temporary hit points.
taking up all of your temporary hit points. Correct. Righto, now everybody roll initiative.
Which I have on my hotbar.
Huzzah!
Oh, so do I.
Look at that. Fast as grease lightning.
Even I am using the hotbar today.
Everybody lost that. All that extra stuff from David.
Yeah, that was like days ago. Or are you talking about the extra hit points because they're on you?
Yeah, the false life.
Yeah, that's it. Everybody's got them except for David. In the combat tracker, you will see that it's got TMP, meaning temporary hit points, and you've got a number there, so that's the excess hit points you have. Hello, Maewyn.
Wow. Mr. Scarecrow rolled a 1 just like I did.
Okay, well, I'm going to
Kindred spirit.
my famous vortex.
No, Mr. Scarecrow rolled a 4 because he's got -1 initiative.
Oh, what a dude.
Okay. 4 arrows shoot out, striking the Scarecrow.
Well, this is going to be quick. 1 minute I was walking along and then, boom, all of a sudden, a million arrows come thunking into things ahead of me.
Have you got 5 shots now, maybe? 6 shots.
No, there should have only been 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots so far.
Oh, well, okay. The first 2, I did the damage right.
No damage has been done.
That's what the problem was. I thought I was hitting damage, and I was just hitting the attack button. Only the first 2 are the only 2 I've done.
Okay.
And then I thought I did damage. So here's the damage. Then this last 2 I missed, right? Those were definite hits, the last 2. Yeah, I missed.
Okay. Righto. Arvin.
Right. Well, I will.
I will point out it's difficult terrain in here because of the debris and plaster and fallen line work and stuff like that.
So that halves my movement or something, doesn't it?
It does.
Well, I shall move in and detect evil on the way.
Okay.
Drawing my weapon and being defensive.
As you move to that point there, it gets an attack of opportunity on you. It glows like a bugger for detecting evil, etc.
Yeah.
It has a reach of 10 feet.
Righto, so it swings out with its scythe towards you. Swinging it directly into you for how much? Taking away your temporary hit points. Okay, so you got nothing else you can do at this point?
No.
So, Sauron.
Alright, I just move
Doesn't he get to
here.
take thankful?
Actually, sorry, I cast Bless on the party.
Hey, just saying it's difficult terrain in there. So that would be a double move if you wanted to move where you want to go.
Alright, okay. Firstly, we won't worry about that. Secondly, I'm going to cast Bless. Come on, give me that thing. Cast. Target everybody I need to cast. Why did that not work?
So it's bless.
Bless on all party members.
How many rounds does it last for?
Bless in this one is going to last.
1 minute per level.
So that's 70 rounds. One for Maewyn. One for Arvin. One for Sauron. And one for Thaven. Righto.
So my speed then in difficult terrain is only 10 feet because my speed is ordinarily only 20 feet because I'm carrying too much stuff. So I move to there.
Okay. Done.
And now I hit the down button.
Oh, you could press the F function key for the... because you can drag the down button onto your hotbar. So if I take a 5-foot step, I get within reach of him?
Yeah, no. Yeah, yes you would. Yes, you would.
Okay, well that's what I'll do. 5-foot step and whack him with my trusty longsword.
Okay.
Well, at least I shall try to. Am I attacking just me? Yes, I am. Longsword.
Hey, you swing out but miss.
Well, and then I'm going to go F8.
Righto. I need to roll a percentile roll. Okay, that's all good. Where's the round number? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Right, hey, then. We neatly moved in for him. So. And we've got that as an extra ability. Okay, so he turns and he attempts to smash you with his 2 fists. Save him.
Dropping his skiff.
No, he holds it in his hand, but he just turns and grips it and uses his fist instead. So we'll go there, we'll go 2 of them. Okay, both of his meaty fists slam into Thaven.
Meaty.
Ow.
Ooh, smashing.
Smashing and crashing into your dancing companion.
Ow.
Man,
Is that using damage, not randomized damage?
No, it's randomized damage.
Both 17 exactly.
Yeah, I know. I just look. I'll roll damage again,
Oh,
and I
it's all right.
bet you it's a different number. I'll just take it off.
From our end as players,
So
it
that
looks,
the next one's 18. So I'll take that off. So there we go. Righto, you're no longer dead. Maywin.
do you feel any better?
Shit.
Shoot an arrow. It doesn't seem to bother him at all. Shoot again, and it seems to really struggle to pierce through his thick rubbery skin. That one got to him though. It gives you an evil glare. As the final one bounces off his skin to no effect. But
alright. Well, as he detected evil, I'm going to make him a smite evil target. Step my 5 feet into wherever I can go to.
You can't 5 foot step. It's difficult terrain. So he's going to get an attack on you as you do so.
That's fine.
So he swings around. He'll hit you with the scythe.
Hang on a sec, because now that I smite evil him, I've got to add something to my AC first.
Okay.
It just gives me my charisma goes onto my AC. Done.
He misses horribly anyway. Strikes against the wagon and is deflected well and truly away from you.
Alright, and as that was a move, then it's going to be a single attack.
Yep.
And am I flanking, given he's so big?
Sure.
And I shall...
If he was the size category above, you wouldn't be flanking him, but he's only large.
And so I will one attack with power attack.
Ooh, that's a big old hit.
And this bypasses damage resistance.
Does it?
Yeah, because he's a smite evil target.
Is that a supernatural or what type of effect is it?
I'll just look it up for you, but I'm pretty sure it just says any damage resistance is bypassed. Regardless of the target, smite evil attacks automatically bypass any DR a creature might possess.
Okay. I'll add that onto the damage. Done.
And down bar.
Sauron.
People are getting hurt. People are getting hurt on my watch. Can't have this. Alright, I move another 10 feet in. I specifically exclude whatever that evil thing is. I target everybody and I'll target myself, notwithstanding the fact that I don't need it. And I will channel heal for the first time today. Please let that work.
Wow.
There you go. David's feeling a lot better. Very good. And ding.
Yeah. So, what does flanking give you?
+2.
+2.
Is there a?
It's in the ± symbol. You go there.
You manually added it. Okay, cool. I'm not so keen on staying here. Is there
Door.
a defend?
Oh, what?
If I go fully defensive,
Yes, you can.
there is nothing there I can see, but that's what I tend to do.
It's total defense, it's called.
Hmm.
And no, it's not there, is it?
I think it's +4 armor class or something like that. Actually, that's probably not enough. I'm going to do a withdraw action and run away.
Okay, withdraw just treats the first 5 foot as not threatened.
Yeah.
That's all right. How many attacks of opportunity does this guy get?
Who knows?
You never know until you find out, do you?
That's right.
No, well, we'll just have to go 5 feet then.
Okay, which is still considered a move action if you're only going 5 feet.
Yes, we don't need to do a withdraw, and that doesn't trigger an opportunity attack.
Well, it would because it's considered a move action, not a 5 foot step. However, he doesn't attack you.
Oh, so does that mean I could keep moving?
Well, you were carefully moving back 5 foot,
Yeah,
trying to.
that's fine.
Yep.
Checking. But I'm happy to finish with that. Where are we? F8.
Okay. Hey. Let's aims to slam into Arvin twice because he took a little bit of a shock hit. He just ignores you now, Thaven, turning his back on you, and he swings out with 2 meaty fists at Arvin.
Aha, that was the plan.
Both of them miss as Arvin's holiness burns away at his fists at his. Oh, hang on. I'll still hold on to those, but I do need to make a percentile check because something may happen.
Oh dear.
No, it doesn't. Okay, so he slashes or smashes out with 2 fists and completely and utterly misses Arvin. Mayon.
Alright. Oop, no, don't do that. I'll put it down. Okay. Take that off. I missed.
Right, so you need to give that back to him. Righto.
All right.
Okay, so I presume I'm no longer flanking, so
Correct.
I shall just make a normal attack. I'm still targeting him. And 1 hit, is it? Yes. Sure. Again, still bypassing DR.
Apparently not.
No, I've added it on.
And I will call to this guy to keep his focus on me. I'm your threat, boyo. Come at me.
He's the fire starter. All right. I'm going to.
Rock on down to Electric Avenue.
I'm going to attempt to light this guy up with a searing light ray.
Okay.
So It's a range attached? No, it's a ray.
Which should be a ranged touch attack.
Your ranged touch attack.
Range medium. There we go. All right. Cast. So not targeting you, or even me, but I'm targeting him with attack.
Yay.
E. And you are, which type of creature are you? You're an undead creature, so that you take
He is not an undead creature.
not an undead.
Nope.
Construct or inanimate object.
Yes.
So you're going to be taking 3d6. Doesn't give me that option. Doesn't give me that option. A construct or inanimate object only takes 1d6 points of damage per 2 cast level, so it needs to be 3d6 worth of damage. I don't have that damage type there, so 3. Please apply 11 points of searing light damage to it.
Well, no, I'll just burst your bubble and say the searing light blasts into the skin of this creature and seems to leave no appreciable effect at all upon it.
Right.
Oh dear.
Almost as if the magic has no effect whatsoever.
Right. Spell resistance, perhaps. I don't know.
No, I didn't make you make a spell resistance check.
No, it didn't.
Some sort of immunity.
Immunity, a project, a blast of light. Divine power.
Oh well.
Okay.
Don't
check
stand
it
there
off.
stunned. Press your down button.
There we go.
I will sing a song and give everybody a song of.
Sixpence.
Yep. Are you moving to that position you stated you're moving at?
Another.
You are?
I'm using the wagon as cover.
Okay. As you move to that position, he swings out with his scythe at you.
Yes. Do I count as having cover?
It's not a ranged attack, so it doesn't really matter. Although it probably does. I'll add it on. Targeting save and effects. Partial cover. And he attacks you with the side. Hitting you for that much damage.
So I'll inspire courage in everyone.
Inspire courage. Righto.
What are you attacking with?
A side.
Oh, the thingy.
Big cutty thing. Cool, blimey.
Okay. It is all on. You can click your down button if you want, or your F8 key. Alright. Okay. What's this guy's movement? That. Righto. Okay. You see, he looks up. There's a element of fear and worry in the baby-like head, and he breaks off and attempts to move to this position. So you will get an attack of opportunity, Arvin.
Okay. Here's a question for you. Can I power attack on an attack of opportunity?
No, an attack of opportunity is always a base melee attack.
No worries.
It's critical hit though.
Whoa.
Okay, you just swing, and before he even gets anywhere near there, he ends up about there and just drops dead as you cut him in twain.
Huh.
Nice work.
Abomination dispensed with. Faven doesn't look too well over there, Siron. Can you give him a bit of a hand?
In the process of fixing my little spell sheet, I can do just that.
Look, stop writing in your book and start performing some of the magics, all right?
All right. All right, that's one cure. Whoops, sorry. That's just me spending the slot for that. Everybody else is reasonably hale and healthy. So we'll cast that again on Faven. There we go.
It's only a tiny little scratch where his scythe nearly took your head off.
That's right.
All right, let's have a look at this fellow. What's he look like now that we've got him down the ground?
He looks almost exactly like I explained to you, except now he's laying on the ground with lots of big wounds in him. Is there anything in particular you're looking for with him?
Oh, look, I'm looking to see what he's carrying and why he was here. It sounds like he tried to run away, which is an interesting thing for a construct.
Actually, I forgot to
You
do.
take a magic trip, see if you've got any magic gear.
I forgot to do the roll. No, it's alright, he didn't. Okay, he seems to, as you look down at him, you almost lose him on the ground and you realise that his cloak seems to make him blend with the ground beneath him.
Thing for a ranger to use.
I thought he had something else on him, but they don't seem to have. His equipment on him there. That's a bit bizarre. How bizarre, how bizarre. Okay, and they don't, yeah, that's really bizarre. Okay, so yes, give me 2 seconds, I'm just going to go grab a book, because I'm 90% certain that they may have missed something here.
What did you say that cloak did?
It just
Maybe look a bit hard to see.
Okay. Skinsaw Murders. Almost there. There we go. Meow.
What you want?
Oh, yes, okay. Righto. I am right. They didn't include it on there, but there you go. Okay, plus his weapon also appears to be finely glistening, though, regardless of the muck that's around him.
Ooh.
fancy.
Is it showing a magical aura?
Yes, both the cloak and the scythe have a magical aura.
Cool. Well, we can sell that for money.
Excellent.
The skiff blade, anyway. The cloak someone can use. I will make an Arcana roll to see if I know what the cloak is. Although I'm suspecting it's an elven cloak.
Sure.
Surely I wouldn't recognize it if it is.
Right. So you don't know what it is.
Okay.
Do I recognize it?
No. Okay, so we're adding those to the party, are we?
Sure.
Yep.
Who's taking what?
None of those items detect as particularly evil, Brother Arvin.
Well, I can quickly check, but
Neither
Or the beast itself.
neither of them do. Okay, I did just find that they had included it. It was just in a very roundabout way. Okay, so who's grabbing the scythe?
Someone who can carry it.
I'm happy to take the weight, I suppose.
And guilt. And who's taking the cloak?
I'd love to have it.
No one. Okay. I have
Oh,
Nasty evil guy. That's it.
It's probably a cloak of cow's poo.
cloak of cow poo. Righto, they have been dropped into your inventories.
thank you.
It makes you blend into cow pads.
Lovely.
Just charming.
Right, so I will
Let's see.
do my inspection of the rooms to make sure there are no further scarecrows.
There's not a cloak in mine other than the one I'm wearing.
It'll probably say unidentified item or something similar. In fact, it'll be
No.
oh, I see.
Magical cloak. That's what. Yeah, I found it.
Magical cloak, yes. Okay, you got a whole heap of stuff down the bottom there that I'm just going to get rid of because it confuses me. Righto. So what were you doing, Fabian? Sorry.
I was going to throw an identify from my identify wand, which will give me +10 to my spellcraft check to identify the cloak.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, there's far too much. Where's the modifier thing gone? Spell check, spellcraft.
Okay, it is a cloak of elven kind.
There you go.
Cool.
Which I will now say that you have ID'd it and it comes up as a cloak of elven kind. Now you can't wear two cloaks, however. We'll just put that out there.
Cloak of elven kind was not in here.
And she got second cloak.
Well,
Did you want to identify the scythe while you're at it, Fabian?
Oh, yeah, I think it's the same spell, isn't it?
It is. The identify goes for I think a minute per level, or maybe just a minute. However, you got rounds to kill.
no, I'll definitely wear it when I need to be stealthy. Not at the moment.
Not today.
Hey, it is a scythe +1,
Cool.
which I will go into the inventory, find magical scythe, or what did it come up in your inventory as?
Magical scythe, yeah.
Did it? I can't see. Oh, there it is. Yep. Okay. And that's now been ID'd.
Well, if we meet something that needs a magic weapon, at least we've got one.
What kind of scythe is it?
What kind of one?
What's the name of the scythe? The magical scythe?
Just
Plus-
a magical scythe.
+1 scythe?
It's George, the +1 scythe.
Okie dokie.
Why am I not wearing?
Got any further incidents in the scarecrow vernacular?
I think we should have a bit more of a look around. I mean, does anyone...
Well, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are all a bunch of old offices apparently down here. So we must rummage around and see if there's anything before moving up.
The ceiling's collapsed on all of them.
Well, that's right. Maybe there's some very sturdy desks that hold some drawers with some really important stuff in it.
Sure.
That pile in the southwest corner, somebody should prod that.
Sure, if you want to empty a whole heap of rocks to get to those desks, go for your life.
Are you saying the rooms are completely filled?
No, I'm saying that there is quite a bit of debris in them, though.
Right.
So, someone going to prod the pile in the southwest corner?
It's near
Prod.
you, Mayo, and you should have a look.
No? Eula?
I think the last time I prodded something yellow and floral like that, it turned out to be some kind of mold. So I'm being a bit hesitant.
And what is it?
I've learned lessons.
Do I use a 10-foot pole?
Have a look and find out what it is anyway.
Did describe it as he came in. Mounds of plaster line heaps on the stone floor, particularly in the southwestern corner.
Plaster?
Yes.
I'll have a look.
Okay, give me a perception check as you approach it. Jesus.
Ooh.
Okie dokie. Right, you searching in the mounds of the debris, you see what appears to be perhaps a stitched leather seam, and you drag it out and find a mouldy leather sack, which jingles as you draw it out of the plaster.
Check for poison. Shiny, slimy coins.
Well, I'll open it up. What do we got?
Okay, as you open it up, you do see that there's quite a bit of coin, mainly golden and silver in colour. You also notice that there's a ring, although that's a fairly tarnished, silver with a whole heap of sort of tarnish across it. And there also appears to be a mirror within the bag as well.
Check to see if they're magical.
Hey, you detect magic, but none of the items within this bag radiate magic.
Okay.
Well, it looks like we have some more things to sell and some coins to go around.
There's got to be. I think we have to get it to wherever it is that the roosts. Ravens are coming in to roost. I'm sure this is just this little creature, this massive creature here was simply defending. There's got to be something more sinister about this place.
Yes, well, up we go then.
The only way is up.
Okay. Oh no. No, James, don't.
You can lead a horse to water.
Okay. So
My time at the moment.
are you taking the silver mirror and the tarnished silver ring?
If they don't detect it's evil, then yes.
Yes.
Leave them in the bag.
Okay, so is somebody carrying that in the entirety of that bag? You're not sharing the
Yeah.
gold out?
I will.
We're not
No.
doing.
I did say share the gold, the coins out. I did say that.
Okay. Righto, so who's carrying the mirror and the tarnished silver ring then?
But as long as it stays in the sack, I'll carry it.
Righto, so they go
As
to
long as it's
Maywin.
in the sack, you're happy. Is that right, Maywin?
Maywin.
Note that down for your next confessional, Siren, that sort of comment.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. What brave hero will lead the way?
Well, it's
Shall
most likely to collapse under me, so
Or I could put on my new cloak and stealth around
But
first.
alternatively, if you make it, we'll all make it.
that's my point. I shall start the way up.
Okay, Arvin starts working his way up the stairwell. It creaks and quivers underneath his weight, but does not break through. Well, Arvin doesn't break through.
Right, where do I end up when I get to the top?
Well, you want to say you're about there. Can you see where I've got you?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
over on the other one.
There's some jumps and climbing coming up.
Yes, that frightens me a little bit. It seems fairly safe, fellows.
Okay,
Nice.
no. Now, this is, yeah, this actually matters how you move up this stairwell.
Okay.
So we're probably, as much as I don't want to, we're probably going to have to do this in turns and how you move.
Okay.
20 feet between all of us at all times.
How far?
20 feet. Well, that's what I suggest. People can keep their distances, but we'll treat it like Roman crossing the bridge.
Okay, so Thaven's suggesting 20 feet between all of you at all times. What is everybody else going with?
That sounds all right for me.
Okay, then in that case, what order are you moving in? Arvin's obviously first.
Yes. Now, should somebody be carrying a rope for the others to be tied off at a convenient location so we don't fall to our death?
If we can find a place that's strong enough to carry us falling from it, we could just tie ourselves together so we all die together as chums.
Well, I have rope, but we've only gone up one floor so far, so I think I'm okay at the moment, but I might tie on as we go up further.
I'll go up second.
Okay, so that currently will put you right at the base of the stairs. Because Arvin's 20 feet away from there. So essentially you're there. So you're going to continue moving, Arvin?
I will have a look at this next flight of stairs first, so can I have a perception check at it?
Sure. Again, it appears just as rickety and horrid as the one before it that you looked up. What was it? Wooden beams. You see a couple of them missing. There's a couple of sort of structures here that are a little bit. How's your father? But you know, it's an old building and it's rotten and it's falling apart. But you can't see anything that's going to immediately send you to your death.
All right, well, I'll move up. I'll treat it like it's difficult terrain and move up at half speed, just taking my time.
Stairs are difficult terrain. Just letting you know.
Fair enough. But you know, I'm not running up them.
So that means Maylin's about there-ish at the moment as she starts her ascent up the stairwell. Also,
I'll continue to keep a careful eye on the stairs. I put my feet down and keep going slowly.
Okey-dokey.
We're climbing up as high as we can go.
Gonna assume that Thaven's about there now. Because I'm assuming Thaven's going after Maewyn.
I will, unless the cleric wishes to.
Yes, the cleric actually does wish to.
Oh, right. Well, I will wait back for the cleric to.
Okay.
Thieving was a dance.
Basis. Whoop. Righto. So you move up in your increments that you're going to move up, and then I'll move people behind you. That's loud creaking stairwell as you all move carefully up it.
I'll have another check of the stairs at this juncture.
Again, looks to be about as safe as the two flights you've already ascended.
So this is taking me, what, probably 2 floors up now.
No, you're still on the first floor up, sort of thing. These wind up in about 20 feet increments, so by the time you've done the full circle to the edge of the next bit, you will be sort of about, see, so that's, you'll be about 40 feet high.
Can we see
Hmm.
up above us? We're all.
Yep, you can.
So we know that there's going to be a spot where we're going to need to do some climbing.
Correct.
Righto. So when we get to there, I'm assuming we'll have to either jump across or we could climb up to there in one bold stroke,
Why could he do that?
because we can all climb. We've got climbing gear.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Well, some of us can climb. I can't climb.
Climbing is not my forte.
Yeah. Well, we've got to do something. How are we going to get over there's a big gap up on the 3rd floor.
We'll find a way. We'll Tarzan it.
Ah.
How tall is this thing?
The tower is
180 feet.
180 feet tall.
Mm.
And don't worry, I'm sure nobody will fall. It's all good.
20 feet. How far can a character jump?
Depends on a jumping skill roll, doesn't it?
Yeah, just looking it up.
And
Not just spell. I don't want that.
it's under athletics or acrobatics, one of the two.
Acrobatics. No, it should be on athletics jumping, you'd think.
Why would something be all the way up there? Surely there was something underneath.
Jumping and falling. It is acrobatics. Yeah. 20 feet is a DC 20 jump. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Acrobatics. Yes, but no, I don't like that at all. That's not a good plan. I think we need another plan. Why doesn't somebody have a spell of levitate or something?
Because
I don't know.
that'd be useful.
It would be.
Patience.
And make my perception roll again. So I presume I see a gap now.
Okay, you do see a gap ahead of you. You see it goes up about 15 feet, and then there appears to be about a 10-foot gap.
Oh, is that an actual gap between levels?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just like a phase place where the transition from one lower level to another level.
Just have a look. No, but my camera switch. Two or even 3 stairs at a time. Okay, that's odd. I suppose they're the ones that aren't too badly. No, there's a reasonable gap there going on.
Well, a DC 15, it's a DC 15 acrobatics roll. Anyone feeling heroic?
Oh, I could probably do it.
You probably could. I can sing you a song to help you, and then we could just rope across.
Yeah. But I'll have to get past Arvin.
Yep.
Well,
His weight, my weight on the same space might not be a good idea. Can I jump across that corner there?
You can attempt to, sure.
Well, that's what I'll try to do. And
Okay, so you show me where you're getting up to before you're attempting to do that. Done the same mistake 4 times in a row. Okay, So you're getting to that point. Righto. Where are you? Where are you attempting to jump to?
10 feet.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to sing a song of competence every time she goes to make a jump.
Okay. Some competence.
Does something.
Awfully far.
Which inspire competence. Use them +2 to a skill check with a particular skill as long as she continues to hear the bard's performance.
Okay. So you get a plus.
+1 for every 4 levels of bard, so +3 all up.
So you get +3 for your acrobatics check.
Oh, hang on, no, you don't. No, it's only +2.
Okay. +2.
I changed it.
Righto. The elf nimbly leaps across.
And we have a rope tied around her in case she falls.
Well, that's all well and good after she rolled the dice. But she made it anyway.
Yeah.
I don't want to get right at the edge, but a little closer so I can see what's what.
Okay. You creep up. You can see that there seems to have been a fallen area here. You can see the gap below just drops down to, well, pretty much back down to the base of the building, about 40 feet below you at the moment.
So what do we want to do here?
Well, you jump. We tie a rope to you before you jump, and then once we've got you across, we try and use the rope to get everyone across.
Oh, I've got those.
Sorry,
What are those things you stick into the wall?
the pitons.
Yeah, I've got 3.
Yeah, I think between us we've probably got a fair number.
All right.
Essentially, we used our tools to boost our skill roll, or minimize the effect of a miserable skill roll, which is what I'll have.
Well, I will try to take a 10-foot jump from there. 2?
You see, yeah, every time you tell me, I'll sing it for a turn and give you the +2.
There.
Okay. +2. Ooh. But even with that, she easily leaps the distance. Now appearing here. If you don't know where here is, I'll try this thing.
Oh, that works. Shifted me.
Okay, so Mayowen stands on the other edge of the precipice.
Now,
Right. We need to make some way of traversing because some of us are not going to make that jump.
He's talking about me.
No, he's talking about me.
I think
You're
he's
talking
think
about
he's
me.
talking about himself.
Well, we can't jump it. I think that's out of. We've got to set up something that surpasses our failings.
Traversable.
Yeah.
Does anybody have class engineer? That would be really handy about now.
The deafening silence rings out.
Hmm.
I was going to look up a spell.
I was going to study that at school, but then I became an adventurer.
Mind you, oh no, that's profession engineer, isn't it? Yes. But isn't there knowledge engineering?
There would have to be.
Because you got a bard, don't you?
Yeah, I can default it, but
let's see, with my rope.
we need materials. We don't have materials to build a bridge across there. And then what do we do later on? If you look later on, like the next level, there's a whole level that nearly doesn't have any stairs.
So the other option would be to keep Mayowen going around and for her to lower a rope down to us and for us to try and climb up a rope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rope's 60 foot. So I'd have to do, how many floors are there? 1, 2, 3, 5 into 180. It's 30. $37, yeah. So
She'll be able to climb up to
the
that
next
square
one.
if she jumps that 3 space gap.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then from there, she can throw a rope over and we can climb up to that spot as well.
That's right. We'll do it in small segments rather than a big one.
Yeah.
Like a good deal.
So all she needs to do is make a 20-foot jump over that 3 square gap.
I'm gonna jump again.
I sing my song for her.
Righto.
I believe I can fly.
And while she's going around there, I'm going to begin the unstrapping process on this armor.
Very good.
I don't understand how I end up over there. I don't understand how this works. How come I'm not straight above where I was?
Because you're going up floors. Each map is a floor.
Yeah, but now I've moved over to the right corner.
Yeah.
Right. So from here,
You now.
the highest point of the lower level, you jump over to there,
Which is the lowest point of that level.
and then you made your way around and you jumped from there over to there.
This is how you're actually moving, Maywin. So
So when you get there, you're actually almost directly above Arvin.
correctamundo.
And if you throw down a rope to us, we can just climb vertically rather than having to do any jumping.
Yeah, well, let me put something stable into the wall.
Yep, or tie it around the stairway banister. I assume there's a banister.
There is. You can see where the banisters are there.
So
Maybe.
around the corner and secure it on the banister several places.
So do you do that?
Well, I think that the banister may be in bad shape. I'd rather put a piton in the wall.
Both.
I'll also point out that you saw a hell of a lot of the plaster and the walls laying on the ground below you.
Right, so they're funky too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's my strength? Oh, 18. It's not too bad.
So no one's got a magical item they've forgotten about that gives them flying or levitating?
Desperately keep looking for that.
Well, I'll find a secure space in the wall with a piton, and I'll also tie it to the banister,
Okay.
and it'll be me pulling on it as well. So.
Well, if you're gonna, well, okay. I won't
No.
say. I won't say a word. Okay.
Wait.
Nothing. Give me a survival check for your knots and all that sort of guff.
Oh, he's freaking me out, mate.
Righto. You tie us some lovely knots and throw the rope down.
Probably should tie some knots in the rope.
Does make it nice and easier for people to climb it.
Yeah. Let me bring it back up and put some knots in it. Please. Do you want me to do something?
No. You pull it up and tie some knots in it.
Alright. I think maybe I better get across and not be there where the weight's coming up.
Okay.
What do you think?
Okay, I will say at this point that across, like when you actually look to the next sort of level up, and there is the stairways completely and utterly fallen away for quite a bit of distance. So if you look at the level below where you are, or maybe
Yeah.
that. You probably now want to sort of go back down the stairs and try and leap up at the. I think there's a way to. There we go. There is a way to do it. So you probably want to leap up to that point there, and then climb up that way.
Okay, now if I do this, I'm leaving my rope behind. How am I going to get you up the next thing if I've left my rope behind?
Well, they can probably throw it back up to you.
Okay. All right. Well, the more I think about it, if I'm there when you guys are coming up, that's just 2 people's weight on these rickety stairs. So I better.
Or actually, what Kevin said was right too. Oh wow, look at that! I can get squares automatically. So if you actually came up and just leapt up at this point, because it's 20 feet above you there, or the next piece.
All right. So I'm going to jump again.
So you come to about there, and you attempt to leap upwards. Leaping higher is leaping straight up 20 feet is pretty much impossible. She can climb, definitely, but leaping up 20 feet would be a difficulty number of.
I have a decent climb at +10.
And
16 times 4, 48. Well, let's put it this way. It'd be in the 70s or 80s to leap 20 feet straight up. So you'll need to climb.
how many rounds of climbing?
She would probably need 2 rounds.
All right, well, I'll sing while she's climbing as well.
Okay.
So +2 on that.
Yep. And oh well, you're very good at it.
She almost stumbles climbing up that way. As she heads up, she goes, "Oh, cool! Lots of handholds in the lime, etc." But as she sort of scrambles up, you see bits of the plaster fall out as she's grasping at it and stuff.
Crap.
However, she does make it up the. Actually, it's going to be 3 rounds of climbing.
Oh.
Unless she's scrambling to make as much speed as possible, which makes it more difficult, which means she wouldn't have made it. So I'm assuming she's just climbing at the regular speed.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it'll be 3 rounds. Okay, next one, she sort of learns from things, and she's almost at the edge of the stairwell.
Come on.
That round, she sort of makes her way up, and she almost reaches the lip when plastic gives way, and she falls back to where she was. Continuing to sing.
Eek.
Did she fall back to where she started or where she was last time?
Where she was last turn.
Yeah, I'll keep singing then.
Okay, and then she scrambles up and makes her way to the top of the stairwell here.
Well, I'm glad y'all have figured this out, because I still can't look at this thing and get it right.
Rather non-intuitively, the further down the map we go, the higher you reach in the tower.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll come back to those people that are now standing at the dangling rope. Which I'm assuming it's looking something like that at the moment, so...
Yep.
So that means we need a climb check. We can assume that that went for a little bit of time. That Maywin wasn't rushing or running up anything and taking her time walking up the stairs. So we can say you have your armour off if you wish.
Yep. Thank you.
So you have a knotted rope in front of you.
I have a knotted rope in front of me.
You do.
All right. And how high up am I?
From the ground, you are currently about 40 feet high.
I'm too much back. I gotta take a bathroom break.
So we're going to be climbing up to where Maewyn is now, so we need to back up to get Arvin room.
Well, no, she's got the rope that just sort of brings you up to there. She's
Is only taking us up to the next stair level.
yeah, at the moment.
All right, we'll make a climb check.
Okay.
Well, before we do that, there's no way I'm making a climb check.
Why not?
Either because I have -1 on my climbing.
Hmm. Difficulty number of climbing a knotted rope is 5.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Well, does bless add to skill rolls?
Actually, hang on. A slope too steep to walk up or a knotted rope with a wall to brace against.
Cleric?
He's gone.
No, he's here.
Does bless add to skill rolls?
I had the open a second ago. Let me quickly look. Bless. Scripter. Attack rolls and saving throw. No. Attack rolls and saving throws.
Right. So I will throw 3 heroisms, 1 on each of us,
Okay.
which will give us +2 to our skill rolls, and lasts for 10 minutes per level.
Jesus. Here is
All right. So what type of bonus does that give?
Well, when the heroism gets put on, it'll tell you.
it's a +2 morale bonus. $10 per level, you say?
Yep.
Righto. I'm not even gonna bother adding a duration on that. We'll just erase it after we've done the tower, because that's like 70 minutes.
It's 50 minutes because I'm only 5th level.
Oh, okay. Righto. 50 minutes.
All right. Well, I shall attempt to make a climb then.
With a knotted rope with a wall to brace yourself against, which you have both. It's actually difficulty number 0, so nobody can actually fail it now.
Good.
Okay.
So Arvin's the first to climb up, gets to there. Siren runs around here. Faven, gonna suggest that Arvin probably moves to there as Siren comes up here. Oop, stands on the banister for some reason. And so he's to there,
Show off.
there. Faven up to there. Maybe you there. Okay, so somebody needs to make a ranged touch attack to throw the rope up to Maewyn?
We've got multiple ropes. We're not just relying on Maewyn's 1 rope.
Oh, okay, righto.
But, yeah, so do we want to take this rope with us that we've got there or leave it where it is?
Well, does everyone have a rope?
I have a rope.
Mine's down there.
We should have enough, I think, to leave one behind.
Presumably we have to get down again, so.
Yeah, just jump from the top.
Yeah, that's
As long as whatever big bad up there has a ring of feather fall, I'll do that.
we will have, you know.
What's somebody got a rope they can send to me?
All right, so
I don't know that I can throw it up there for you.
Or if you have 2, actually, I'm going to need 2, aren't I?
so am I now, is Maewyn above where I am?
You are, she is.
Right, so she's about 20 feet up.
Yep.
So there's ample length of rope that if I hold on to one end, that I won't drop it over the edge. So I will throw it up to her. If it's going to assist. Yeah, I've got something relatively weighty that I could tie to it to sort of swing it out and around over the stairwell.
Get your bow out and shoot it into a chest.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
£1's not really going to be enough. Here, I'll just attempt to throw it up. So that's a ranged attack. You want me to make?
Yes, please.
Targeting her?
Yep. Oh, look, smacks it right in the face. In fact, lands right in her hand and knocks itself on the way up.
So I'm actually going to need another rope when we get up to the next one.
Yeah, well, we've all got one, so there's at least 4 ropes in the party.
So why don't you go ahead and let me have them?
We can.
And I'll carry them with me.
Okay.
You can not, if you wait for us on this level, then we can pass them over.
Right. Oh, so as you're sort of discussing the rope situation, you hear something crack and crash above you.
It's a bell! It's a bell!
And as you look up, you see one of the 2 southern bells, in fact, the one directly above you, starts falling directly down towards you all. You see it smashes into the wall as it sort of falls down. And masonry flies out. It crashes through a portion of the stairwell, ripping wood from its sockets, etc. And then, so we need 3 of them. Let me have 3 of them, please. Oh no, I need 3 of them. Okay, so what do I get? Oh, for Christ's sakes. How hard can it be? Righto. Okay, so what are you doing as this bell's falling? You have sort of like split second, maybe
Against the wall.
pressing up against the wall, righto.
Tell me.
That's all we can do, really. Where am I? So I mean, well,
What?
I'm not going to move from where I am.
Okay.
What's this little indention behind me? Is that a window?
Yes.
Is it open?
It's just basically a hole. They don't have sort of glass windows. It's a barred window.
Oh, it's barred.
Yep.
Jump into the window.
It's barred. I can't get into it.
Bars. Just get out of the way of the bell.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the falling bell just falls directly at Maywin as she looks and sort of gets the fight or flight thing and just finds herself actually stunned, looking at the window, going, "Do I? Do I? Do I?" The bell comes directly at her.
You didn't say it was on my side.
Right. Yeah, it's in the southern area, which is directly above. I did say directly above the lot of you.
This
Come.
is something an elf would do.
Okay, it strikes, or it might strike you. Oh no, I'm going to make an attack against you, Libby.
Maywin.
Maywin. Wow, did I say Nikki?
Yeah.
Wow. So we'll get that. I love the size of the bell that they give me. I will show the bell, but trust me, it's not the size. So see the bell? Right next to Maywin?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Calling bell.
Calling bell.
The bell is quite a bit larger than that.
You do a control scroll wheel to enlarge it.
Is it? Okay. That's hilarious. The bell itself is about that big.
It's a trap.
And it is a trap. So I make an attack against Mayowen. Okay, slamming into her. It does this amount of damage to her. And Mayowen, you need to give me... Why did that not do damage to you? Okay, because... Righto. So do that, and then we give you 14 wounds. Now you need to give me a reflex save to try and hang on.
Now, is she holding on to the other end of the rope that I'm holding on to?
No, probably. However, she does manage to cling to the side of the stairs as the bell catches the lip of that thing and then bounces out away from Arvin and smashes into, or may smash into, Cyron and... What's his other name? Thaven.
Even.
I mean,
There we
you
go.
need to make a reflex save or something.
Well, I need to make an attack against you first.
Ah, right. Well,
So we will do the attack against Thaven first. It strikes him, and an attack against Cyron. So it strikes both of them. So it does this much damage to Thaven. And it does this much damage to Cyron. And then you need to give me reflex saves. Thaven saves and clings to the what's left of the stairwell beneath him. Cyron also saves, clinging on and not falling down to the layer below.
hooray!
Some distance below. Let me put the trap where it falls.
Ouch.
As you hear it loudly gong and then suddenly go silent. As it falls directly atop the fleshy body of the scarecrow below. Now,
Dust falls from all the walls.
does, and that also means that this 10-foot section here, I might as well use a square thing, mightn't I?
Wait a minute, baby. She's outside. Wait out, baby.
Okay. That and that area between Cyron and Thaven is now disappeared. Good old Kevin.
Right. Okay. I'm on the good side of that. In terms of going up, on going down, not so much.
You are on the good side of that. Okay, so what are we doing?
I'm going home. Taking my rope with me.
How are you getting home?
Falling a lot.
Oh, come on. Hardly anybody took any amount of damage then. Just softened you up around the edges.
For the next bell.
Well, there are 3 still hanging up there.
So I'm going to go ahead and drive another piton in the wall and tie it to
And not it.
around the bars and the window.
the bars in the window, whatever. I'm gonna
Yep.
fix it up and then move on up to the next level.
Okay, so we need to look down here. You could go directly up from where you are if you want to do that.
Where are they gonna? Where am I gonna have to pull them up from?
Or you could move directly up and then drop a rope again down to them.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, so you're going to go climbing again. Is Thaven going to do the climbing song?
David would like to get out from where he is first. Before he gets left behind.
All right, so how are we getting you from there? You have a knotted rope tied onto a wall next to you.
Yeah, so if Maewyn could throw me a rope, I could pendulum over to where Arvin is.
Yes?
Yeah, okay, so we can
Thank-
get a rope over to him.
So Maewyn could like tie the end of her rope to an arrow and then shoot him.
Or you could drop it down to Arvin, who could pass it to Sauron, who could throw it over to me.
Yeah, we could do all of those things. But in fact, I still have one end of a rope that I just threw up to her.
Yeah.
Well, then,
So,
Okay, so give me a survival check, Maewyn, to see how well you tie that rope to the window.
are you singing?
no, I'm not. I'm running out of singing.
Plus you're brilliant with survival. Oh, okay, maybe not that brilliant.
It's not really good.
Well, you don't know that. You think you've done a great job.
I should try it again.
No, you can't. You're sitting there going, that's good not.
Are you happy with that?
You don't know it's not a good knot until then the whole thing unravels. Anyway, Arvin, you throw the rope to Sauron. I'm not going to give you any checks to that, and Sauron can throw the end of the rope to Thaven. And Thaven, you need to give me an acrobatics check to swing across to where Arvin is.
Yes, and I'm going to sing my own song.
Is that where you're swinging to?
No, I'll probably swing or aim for there.
Okay.
And I'll sing my own song.
Righto.
And I make an acrobatics roll.
Ooh,
Wow.
See, this is what I said. I knew this would happen. Fortunately, 1 in skills is not a fumble.
No, it's not.
It's just pitiful.
But that's
you weren't singing? Was that added to it? Yeah, there's.
Yeah, that's added to it already. And
Okay.
heroism. I have no skill in these things, so
okay.
I'm not a physical person.
You see Thaven swing across to that point there and then bang against the banister because he slips down the rope. You can almost smell his skin burn from the rope.
Hey, tie some knots in it and try it again.
No, like when he's dangling over a 40-foot drop.
Can I grab the rope and pull him up?
So you're going to move and grab the rope
Yeah.
to that point there and pull him up.
If I move 5 feet, I can pull him up to the next square next to me. Can I?
Okay. Yeah.
Is there much creaking going on as a result of that?
There's a fair bit of creaking going on, but there's a lot of creaking going on walking on these stairs. Give me a strength check, Arvin.
All right. Strength.
I wonder if we should even be doing this.
Yeah, that's what I'm beginning to think.
Okay, you whip Thaven up onto the stair. As you do, you see the stairwell buckle under the pressure of your combined weights. Okay, so what are you doing?
I'm moving away.
Okay, you step back there. You're actually going to need to give me a reflex save as you move away, because the stairwell sort of bows and warps and the stairs become horrid. But you manage to step out of the way, and after a few moments of swaying, the stairwell stops and settles again.
I'll just give Faven a little nod of the head, very subtle.
Well, that was exciting. Not.
Somebody got any other pants for apart from brown? I need non-brown pants.
I need that cloak of poo.
Okay, so what's going on from here?
We're climbing up to join Marwin.
Yeah, as Yaz and the plastic population said.
Mhm.
And spreading out.
All right. So
Okay.
I gotta climb.
So Maewyn's going to climb out of the way. So are you singing the climbing song?
Yes, I will sing the climbing song for her.
Awesome. Okay.
Like that one.
You fail to make any distance up the wall. In fact, you stumble several times back onto the stairwell.
Try it again.
Okay, this time you make it about a third of the way up to the stairwell above. Again, you're almost there now. You can almost taste the other thing, and then you fall. So we're going to make you give me a reflex save as you fall.
Can I have a reflex save to try and grab the rope myself to arrest his fall? As
It's
foolhardy as that might be.
it's a Maewyn fall, and she doesn't have the rope. She's tied that off and was climbing up to the next level. Right. Okay, you see Maewyn fall from the edge, and she drops over the edge of the stairwell above, and she's about to fall past.
All right, well, I better grab her if she's going past.
Okay,
It could all be going down.
so I need you to give me a reflex save now, Arvin, just to make sure you can actually attempt this, because she's falling from about 30 feet above you.
Yep, and then I'm going to crash down all of the stuff.
Okay, you can make an attempt.
Yep.
So you need to make a... What are we going to make this? A melee touch attack, I suppose. Against Maewyn.
Am I trying to make a grapple, maybe?
I'm just going to say that if you touch her, you grab her, sort of thing.
Okay, no worries.
So make sure you use the touch button on the modifiers.
Yeah, so you go to the plus minus thing and select touch. And then attack Maewyn.
Touch. Targeting Maewyn, which I already am. And then a ranged attack.
Wow. Okay, you grab her. This is going to cause both of you damage because she's just fallen from 30 feet, and you basically arrested her, and by grabbing her, she slams you into the banister itself, causing you basically the same amount of damage. 30 feet is 3d6. So we will go with... Oh, crud. Why did I do that? Because I'm an idiot. 3d6 damage to Arvin first. Wow, I'm useless. So we'll just roll 3d6 over here and then I'll apply it. So it came up with 13 for you, Arvin.
Mm-hmm.
So I will take away the 6 temporary you've got and apply 7 wounds. And for Maewyn, we rolled 14 points of damage, so that doubles her to 28. However, You now have her at this point here.
Yep.
And as you grab her, you see the stairwell start to shake and warp out of position again. What are you doing?
I'm going to have to try and throw her up the stairs a bit further, or down
Up.
the stairs further, whichever way we're going. We're going down or up?
To the left or the
Away-
right?
Away from thieving.
Okay, that's down. Give me a strength check. Oh.
This has been a very difficult manoeuvre.
Oh, God. Righto, you attempt to drag Maewyn up and over the banister, but fail entirely to do so. Maewyn, what are you doing as he holds you dangling 40, 50 feet above the ground?
An acrobatic maneuver. Pull myself up and over and jump into space off to the side.
Okay, give me that check.
I could use some singing here.
There's no singing left.
No singing left. Okay.
Wow.
No.
Okay,
I'm starting to channel energy like crazy. Everybody seems to be taking a whole bunch of damage, hanging around on ropes, and I think you're all still within range.
Before she's 40 feet below you.
That's it.
Going to heal her on the way down so she can take a bit of a splat.
That's
Okay.
it.
So give us a channel energy test.
So targeting him, everybody might as well get targeted. Who missed out then? Faven did. All right. Channel heal. Give me that button. Let's do that. Everybody got different. Oh, okay. Nobody was hurt that badly.
Well, Maewyn was. Okay.
Hold it in.
That's my turn in that round, so to speak.
Righto, Thaven, are you doing anything in this round?
No, not from where I am.
Okay. So background to Arvin. What are you trying now? By the way, the stairs themselves almost look like they're about to explode and splinter into 100 different bits.
Am I still being held?
Yes.
What's below us?
Well, there's a drop down to where the belly is, pretty much.
So is it straight down to the bell, or is there another stair below?
No, the stairs like immediately below you, not below Maewyn.
Yes, but she's hanging over the banister.
Correct.
I could swing her into the stairs. So that she'd fall onto the stairs, maybe.
Sure, but then have to make another climb up and...
We're not climbing anymore. As soon as we get
Yeah.
safe, we're leaving, and we're going to go buy some levitate potions.
Right. Well, I'll try and pull her up and throw her up the stairs or down the stairs away from me again.
Okay, give me a strength test. Okay, you fling her up and down the stairs a bit. And just in time, because you saw that the stair beneath your foot was beginning to splinter horribly and it was about to absolutely explode and cause you to fall over the edge. But by releasing the weight, it settles and comes back to an even keel again.
Excellent.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Arvin. Thank you.
All right, so there is a rope though tied off above where I am. You can climb back up.
Yep. Do we want to keep going up?
No,
Sure, we want to do this.
no, I don't want to. I want to go home and sell the magic skiff and buy some potions.
What do you two guys think?
Well, what's above us? We've not seen what else there is to navigate.
So it's not a good place because he will kill us.
Who's this he?
It then.
Well,
Basically, if Maewyn makes the next, like she gets up to where she was and makes it up to the next bit, then you've pretty much got a free reign to up beyond the bells.
Until the next bell falls.
I'll give it a go again.
I say we be brave.
Okay, Maewyn
I'm brave.
Maewyn will automatically make it up to that point. It's just the next climb. If she makes that climb, you're all fine.
All right. So here we go. 3,
Um,
is it?
There's no singing anymore. I think Thaven's out of inspiring.
He's not inspired. He's not inspired anymore.
He wants to go home.
A third of the way, I guess.
Yep,
And I slid back down.
you do. Give me a reflex save.
I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so.
I'm crashing through again.
Ah. Righto. Hey, Arvin.
deja vu. At least
Mayo.
I'm watching this time, so I'll be ready.
Yeah, I won't cause you to make the reflex save, but you do need to make the melee touch attack.
Oh,
Righto, you grab her. Some damage. What did I say it was? 3d6.
3d6, you said. Well, she wasn't as high up this time, though.
Yeah, I know. Oh, she was a... Yeah, actually, 2d6. Okay, so 4 points of damage to Arvin. And then 10 points of damage to Maewyn.
Cool, blimey.
All right. Well, here we go again.
Are we making a strength test to try and get her up again?
Oh, yeah, that's what we're doing.
Ah, look at that. You do it easily this time. Flick her up and over. Maewyn, are you going up again?
Yeah. Just gotta keep trying,
Can we tie something onto her or something? Tie
Yes.
yourself to the wall or something.
Well, tying herself to the wall is probably difficult, but she could tie herself to one of those posts.
One of the window posts.
Well, first I'm gonna put some knots in the rope, and I will tie it.
Okay. Give me a survival check for your tie.
Survival. Here we go.
Okay. And you start to climb again.
Don't get very far.
You don't get anywhere at all. You just go, I'm causing a bit of a mess in this wall, and that one you struggle to move any distance at all and sort of find yourself in the same position. That one you almost make it up some, but no, this limestone wall is falling apart. You just can't seem to grab a handhold. Oh, and then you find something. You start clambering up that wooden pole. Or the bar in the window. Next one.
I know. Wait, I'm just looking, making sure I didn't have something I can add to it. Oh crap! I'm back to the beginning.
Well, make a reflex save actually. Oh, you do, and you land on your feet at the base of it.
Reflex.
You need to find something you can climb up.
Okay, that's 14 plus 10. She makes it up the first 7 feet. Okay, next one. Okay, you fall back down again. This is getting a bit difficult, a bit monotonous. Has nobody got a grappling hook or something?
No, I got arrows. I thought about it.
They weigh a ton.
Bugger how useful they are. They weigh a ton.
I know how to do this. The cleric has a 4th level spell called Airwalk.
He doesn't have it today.
That's right. So we go away for 24 hours, we relearn different spells, and then we come back and we walk up there. How many 4th level spells do you get?
I get 4.
Excellent. That's how much that is. That's 1 each.
Well, it is certainly is a possibility.
Well,
Certainly is a solution.
do I climb again or not?
Well, I have 5 javelin that you could try and wedge into the wall and use it to climb up.
Well, I do have 2 pitons as well.
Okay, well, using those would give you a +2.
To climbing?
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's do that. So just climb.
Okay, you don't get anywhere with that. Definitely don't get anywhere with that.
Not helping.
Oh, that way. You start your way, confidently jamming those pitons in. And you make it up almost to the edge of the stairwell.
Come on, puppy.
You don't quite make it any distance this time, but you don't fall.
Oh,
That one is also borderline. I'll say you don't fall with that one.
come on, puppy.
Again, no distance, but don't fall. You're really struggling. The sweat's beating off you. Your arms are turning into jelly. And you put in that one last push and you make it up to the next level.
Oh, I should level up after this.
You can level up in biceps.
All right.
Okay, and from there she can lower a rope.
To climb next level, then something seriously wrong.
You can lower a rope, which allows everybody to get up behind you. See all this negative Nancy talk about being left behind and taking time off and stuff. And you finally reach a point where you can go up into the room beyond the bells, which is where we'll leave it tonight. So I'll put you all down here, which is, where are we?
So we are at the top.
Not at the top yet. You're just about to reach where the bells are. There is stuff above that, you're assuming, because you can't see the roof or anything like that, just the bells at the moment. And the floor of a room beyond it.
Excellent.
And there's a ramshackle ledge we can crawl out and it'll collapse and we all fall to our deaths.
That too.
Wow.
So, there we will leave it. So we'll say bye-bye to our internet pals. Bye-bye, internet pals. I'll try and get this one up this week, along with the one from previous. And we'll take it on from there in a couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks' time.
Cool.